If you think 2020 has been a disaster, let's look at the bright side. At least a ginormous comet isn't hurtling straight for us.
We now are getting word that the fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my God.
That's the threat facing humanity in disaster flick Greenland. At the centre of it all, Gerard Butler, whose character attempts to save his family from impending doom by somehow getting to underground bunkers in Greenland.
If you are hearing this phone, seek shelter immediately. Seek shelter immediately.
He's no stranger to the genre, also starring in the 2017 disaster film Geostorm. So is this the worst possible time to be releasing a post-apocalyptic film? Or could it be the salve we all need right now?
Joining us now from LA, please welcome Gerard Butler!
Guys, come on, let's hear Jackie Brown and her team in New Zealand.
Cool.
You've got a big team behind the scenes there. So, hi everyone. Hello. Now, Gerard, I have to say I was reaching for my asthma inhaler just watching the trailer for Greenland. It's honestly my worst fears all rolled into one movie. So what on earth made you say, oh, yes, that's for me?
You know, actually, kind of the reaction that you just had, I read this and found it very entertaining. You know, it has all of the big spectacle, the epicness, the grand scale, but ultimately it's a story about family and it's a love story, and seeing it through the lens of this very typical family in a very untypical situation, and what that brings out of them, and also what that brings out of society as a whole, in all its beauty and all its ugliness, and that's what really grounds this story and has the audience kind of, it just impacts you so much more because it's landed with such reality.
If a comet really was hurtling toward us here on Earth, Gerard, who would you choose to take into the safety of your bunker with you?
I mean, I'd like to make a joke about that, but I have to say it would be hard to make a joke and then have my mother watching New Zealand television and saying, "You didn't choose me," you know. But it would be, which she will, by the way. She hunts me down everywhere.
Does she live in New Zealand?
No, but she find, you know, if I say something that doesn't work for her, she'll find it, even if it's. I think it would be with my, you know, family and close friends.
Well, we will make sure your mum gets the message. Now, the biggest disaster in this movie, I think, is not the comet heading towards Earth. It's actually the people and how they behave. What do you think that disasters, and I mean, if I can compare it to COVID, what do they bring out of humanity?
I think it's just like the movie. It brings out the worst and the best of us. During this pandemic, everybody's a bloody hero. I mean, just to get through it, no matter where you live, no matter what your financial situation, you know, it's, you know, everybody's kind of in the same boat, and that has we've all been tested to the extreme, and what I loved about the movie as well is sometimes it's actually good, solid people doing terrible things, but for the right reasons. You understand, you empathize, and sometimes it's terrible people having a moment of integrity and actually helping, and it has such a positive message as well, and I feel like the word I would use would be hope. You know, there's hope. Even in the breakdown of a family, even in the breakdown of humanity, there's always the possibility for rebirth.
That's lovely. Gerard Butler, it's so great to talk to you. Thanks for your time.
You too. You too.
Thank you.
And bye there as well.